Good evening and welcome to our first edition of Inside the Track, a weekly one-hour program sponsored exclusively by Jumbo Jet Auto Sales, in fact Jumbo Jet Thoroughbred Racing Committee. This program seeks to inform, educate, likewise entertain you, our owners and trainers, thoroughbreds out there, about some of the things that the committee plans on doing to develop the sport. Likewise, get feedback from you guys, how we can all work together to improve horse racing in Guyana. This is our first edition. We want to make it informative as much as possible. We also want to give you the opportunity to call in, share your views on some topical issues in the racing circle. A little later on in the program, we also will be hearing from Mr. Moin Passad from Non-Passad Caribbean Rice Group of Companies. They'll be having this big race meet on Sunday. You would stay with us, and as long as you tune to us, you get all the information needed about the event. I want to tell you quickly about the racing committee plans for the sport year-round. First and foremost, the racing committee is working in collaboration with the Guyana Horse Racing Authority to help to further the sport in many aspects. For instance, they're looking at working with the committee to enhance a software whereby somebody will be selected to go to Trinidad, and that software now will work with all the information about the different horses and so on, and that will be for all the tracks. You will have ready information available. Because again, I said, it's a collaboration not with just the Jumbo Jet Racing Thoroughbred Committee, but it's a collaboration with all racing fans of Guyana. What we're going to do this evening, we're going to take you back to a race from the Guyana Cup 2017, at race number 2. It was a good race. It featured some of Guyana's top non-winners, and this race here, you want to see this race, and then you will get a better understanding where the committee is trying to take racing in Guyana. We will say that this is a small race, but it is a race whereby it really encourages small horse owners to get involved. I want you to take a quick look at this, and when we come back, we're going to continue our wrap with you. We're going to open up the lines, and we let you have the opportunity to tell us how we can improve the sport of kings horse racing in Guyana.
1 to 6 pounds. Horse number 2. And that's not this time. Written by Quadmore, 1 to 6 pounds. Number 3, Irish Boy, written by Ajay, 126 pounds. Seems as though horse number 4 is a doubtful order.
Dortmund, written by Adrapol, 1 to 6 pounds. Horse number 6, Shoba, written by L. Jeffrey, 1 to 6 pounds. Horse number 7, Backtrack, written by Blake, 1 to 6 pounds. Horse number 11, Supreme Cat, written by Julius, 1 to 3 pounds. Horse number 12, Angel Eyes, written by Wills, 1 to 3 pounds. Horse number 13, Little Star, written by Nascimento, 1 to 6 pounds. Horse number 14, Timely Business, written by Chichester, 1 to 6 pounds. Horse number 16, Bound to Be True, written by H. Wilson, 126 pounds. Horse number 17, Desert Landing, written by K. Paul at 126 pounds. Number 18, Irish Vision, written by L. Harry Narine, 1 to 3 pounds. And those are the starters, weights and jockey race number 2.
Yes, the starter, they let them go. Someone is very slow out of the start. What as they are going up the straight, and it seems to be Angel Eyes. It's Angel Eyes who has the call. and somebody seems to be falling. Someone has been dislodged and could one go to the rescue, but up the back stretch they go. And on the outside is, seems to be Angel Eyes. And tucking alongside here of Angel Eyes, it seems to be Black Track as they are going at a very, very fast gallop. And out in front is Angel Eyes is telling them, catch me if you can, as she's lengthened by 2.5. Back up them, the field beginning to bunch up. Little Star is certainly beginning to close. Back up Little Star is Back Check, and then back Check, they can Giants try this party done. But now, as they are angling up the straight now, they are about to straighten up the hole, and it is still, it's Angel Eyes. Angel Eyes seems to be going marginally the best. They are now straightened up inside the final 100. The whips are drawn, and it's going to be a very good finish, and somebody's coming very, very fast in this. Oh my goodness gracious, it's a comprehensively
Tonight I might get drunk, but I don't have a curfew. Tonight I might get drunk, but I don't have a curfew. Watch me get up when I go watch me get up.
Conclusion of the presentation, you will be continuing with that soon.
That's what we're talking about. That's where we want to take the sport of kings from the small horse owners until they get to the other level. As I said before, I just want to recap for you. The plan is to have better record keeping, and a better record keeping software will be made, and that software, an individual will be sent from Guyana overseas to learn and practice the software which will be implemented, and this is all going to be tied into the work of the Guyana Racing Authority to help to have proper record keeping for the sport. In addition to that, there's also incentive. The committee plans to implement a system whereby there will be incentive for stud owners, and that is coming on board in 2018. So it is not just limited to the day's event. It's a planning trade, but all on sundry need to get involved, get on board, and let's take racing to another level. As I said before earlier, Mr. Posad is in studio. He will be talking with us shortly, but as you know, we want to open up the lines, get your feedback. Where do you see horse racing going at this point? How can we improve? Right? How can we improve the sport? What more need to be done from the various levels? We want to hear you on these issues as we open up our lines in a few. What we're going to do, we're going to get to another race, and when we come back, we're going to bring in studio Mr. Mayim Posad, and he is going to talk to us about a big race that is coming up at the Nanfasad track on Sunday. So another race, then we come back. We're going to open up the lines, we take your calls, and then we will move into the other segment of the program.
Get written by Ross, 1 to 2 pounds. Number 3 seems to be a doubtful runner. Number 4, Slim Shady, written by K. Paul, 1 to 1 pounds. Number 7, Confusion, written by Blake, 1 to 1 pounds. Number 9, Red Region, written by Wills, 1 to 3 pounds. Number 10, Ready to Romance, Mohammed takes charge, 108 pounds. Number 13, Lucky Lucky, written by Apadu, 1 to 6 pounds. Number 14, Timely Business, written by Nascimento, 1 to 1 pound. Number 15, Party Done, written by Takurdial, 1 to. Yes, the starter let them go as they are passing the stands for the first time, and in the one out in front there, it's It seems to be Ready to Romance. It's Ready to Romance who has the call. Back up Ready to Romance. And Ready to Romance seems to be shaded off there. But it seems to be somebody has been bolted. And up front there, it seems to be racing on the near side. There is Royal Sun also is up in the thick of things. Back of them, it comes a Red Region. Red Region is also taking closer order. So too there is Confusion is also trying to come through. As they are now racing up the back stretch of the course and Ready to Romance has rejoined company and immediately go the length and a half clear as they are now racing away from the two pole. And it is still, it's Ready to Romance and he's really romancing out in front. He's going some 2 lengths clear. The remainder of runners are trying desperately to get up on level term, but it is still Ready to Romance out in front. Back of Ready to Romance also trying to make a bold move. The Rocket is also trying to close. A wall of horses trying to close there, but it is still, it's Ready to Romance as they are straightened up for home. And the boy with a crack of the whip, but the field now beginning to bunch up. And here comes on the near side Ready to Romance and follow there. But goodness gracious, it's going to be close on the wire. Slim Shady. Well, Ready to Romance at one stage, he seems to have it all tuned up, but at that stage when they straightened up for home, Slim Shady was racing right under the stand rail, and with a switch of the whip, Slim Shady came with a burst of energy to snatch it from Ready to Romance. In third position with number 9, horse number 9, that's Red Region. The fourth finisher went to horse number 2, the Rocket.
He's the owner of Terrace Gel. And also you have
On behalf of the Jumbo Jet family, we would like to thank everybody coming out to the 11th annual Guyana Cup. 9 years ago, we was crowned champions at Rising Sun. We brought it back to Rising Sun, and we became champions again. Represent my brother-in-law Junior. I give them all the credit. He did a powerhouse walk. Congrats to the Jumbo Jet family. Champion.
Yeah, we're back with you, and that was a classic. In studio now with us is Mr. Passad. Mr. Passad, welcome to Thoroughbred Racing Inside the Track. Since we're dealing with Inside the Track, tell us about this big race meet you have on Sunday.
Good night, viewer. And the big race meeting this weekend at the Classic Sprint Classic track at 36 Village, Sky Plus. Will be holding his Christmas race meet, and it's set to be a very big event. I know there's a lot of people prepared to attend the day. It's a day of race, it's a day of line, it's a day of party, and it's a day full of a lot of entertainment, and that is for the people that are not too associated with race. But then we have the non-racing core people, which is, you know, if it is a rain or sun or if it's a beach, they will be in race because that's what they knows about, and that's a different set of people. So both section of the population will be there. A lot of people will be coming across the bridge. So the event will be a very big event. We expect that people also be on time so they can start the event on time, and we can have a day of horse racing that it's properly organized, because, you know, as a committee member and the Guyana Horse Racing Committee are really working hard, and I want you all, dear horse owner and the spectators and everybody, to understand we're really working hard to fixing issues like classification, time of starting, time of every race start. You know, we want these things to well organized because we know the benefit if we can really organize ourselves and run a very good event. You know, this can really carry us to a very high level because people want to see race all over the world. And they want to see Guyana race. More so, people in North America really want to see Guyana race. They want to see it live. But we have to really structure ourselves. And it can't be done by the Horse Racing Authority as a unit, a small unit. We have to done with the understanding of the race horse owner, trainer, jockey. You know, they have to be, the first set of people have to be on board. And you know.
That brings me to what we were saying a little earlier in the program. The Jumbo Jet Thoroughbred Racing Committee. That was a recently formed committee, not taken away from the Racing Authority per se, but they are working hand in hand with the Racing Authority to not to implement, but to help to pioneer, right, some basic principles in the sport that is not really readily available. For instance, record keeping, right? They're trying to do those basic things. And I'm glad you raised the point about having some sort of structure and knowing that the fan base out there want to see racing. But we need, as a body ourselves, we need to put our houses in order before we can move forward. So I'm glad that you really hammer on that point of working together, and it's not just the racing body per se, it's a collective effort. So tell me some of the big horses that will be on show at your event come Sunday, because I know this is a spectacle. Tell me about some of them.
Well, you know, first I want to thank Jumbo Jet Junior to do all those additional things that would have been done by other people, so that more people involved, we can get where we want it earlier and quicker and more better. So I know he's doing a fine job. Go and get it, Junior, because a lot of people wants to join you. A lot of people wants to be with you, and don't turn back. Let's go and get this thing done. It's long overdue. Come back to the racing, and Sunday, you know, I don't have the time to look through the program, but in the big race we have Gold and Blue Echo will be there, and Honey Flow, and some other horses then that I said I don't have the time today to look through what would have been the final. But what I could say so far, I think is 9 horses in the D and lower race, and with 9 horses in the D and lower, the event will be very exciting, and they are quick, some very quick horses. Somebody was telling me a H horse class horse is there that among the quickest horses in the country. Wow. And I know it's a 4 furlong, so it's not matter too much about the class. It's matter about speed. Horse that can really run fast, very speed in 4 furlong, and they could be really upset. So it's not it's only 4 furlong. So, and the other race, them, I know the H class is about 8 horses too. So far this afternoon, that might be more. And the other class, they are really filled, and even there are some horses them that consider them standby horse, maybe. So the other breeds them there, the race are filled.
All right, as a committee member as well at the Guyana Horse Racing Authority, and as a promoter, a race enthusiast, what has been your driving force, or what would you like to see coming out in 2018 for horse racing in Guyana?
Well, I would glad to want to achieve timing of race. We should set a program, what time we want to run every individual race. We must have a time, and if we can achieve that alone for this year, that when we set 1:30, it means 1:30. That means the gate should be open 1:30. All right. If we can achieve that, I know many people around the Caribbean and North America, they're going to want to come to Guyana and say, you know what happened? I want to buy this event from you. I want to do all the television. I want a television right. And that's going to bring some income into
and it's a good
horse
tourism,
racing.
good tourism avenue too as well.
And if we can, that's one. So we get a lot of spin-off if we can be on time. So let's say one thing I would like to see in 2018, that when we say 1:30 race start, it means that the gate open, meaning the horse gate open to run 1:30. And all of us should work on achieving that one goal. So let's say come 2019, we can get a lot of people, guys, bidding to televise the race live or maybe.
For instance, I have a contact personally with Sportsmax, and hence some of our major races are aired in Sportsmax, so viewers can see in North America. But some of their concerns are, why a person encroaching on the track that much? That boils down back to crowd awareness and security lapses in some instances and so on. But I mean, those are work in progress. We can get there if we actually put in the work. And I know that we just need all hands on deck, and this thing can work out very well. What we're going to do quickly, we're going to go to another race. And when we come back from that race, we're going to take some calls. We want to hear your feedback. So you can call the numbers at the bottom right of your screen, 337-1970. And we're live in studio. We're talking horse racing, thoroughbred racing, inside the track. We want to hear from you. And when we hear from you, we're going to make notes. This program will be recorded, so we will take all the necessary notes, and then we start documenting things and try to find ways to improve the king of all sport. Another race to you, and then when we come back, the lines will be opened up.
Those that are going, number 1, Red Rocket, written by Roger Paul, 108 pounds. Horse number 2, Stormboard, written by C. Ross, 108 pounds. Horse number 3, Release the Beast, written by Richmond, 111 pounds. So horse number 4 should read Honeyflow, written by P. Delph, 1 to 3 pounds. Horse number 5 is a doubtful runner. Horse number 6, Fire in Line, written by Patrick, 103 pounds. Horse number 7, Golden Blue Echo, written by Jockey Julius, 126 pounds. Horse number 8, Because I Say So, written by K. Paul, 118 pounds. And on the outside, horse number 9, Red and Lovely, written by Blake. Yes, the starters and let them go. And there's an even start, and quickest into stride here, it seems to be Stormboard. It's Stormboard out in front, and back of Stormboard, making good progress there. It seems to be on the near side, Fire in Line. It's Stormboard who has the call. Fire in Line in second. Back of them comes Release the Beast, but they are now going up the back straight, and it is still Stormboard goes 2 lane clear. Back of Stormboard now eases into second here. Release the Beast. It's Stormboard has the call. Release the Beast hot in his heels. Back of them comes Fire in Line. They are racing away from the 3-pole, and it is still it's Stormboard and Release the Beast. Release the Beast has been taken on the far outside, and he's coming. So Red Rocket has been taken far, so it's coming very, very strongly now. And then comes Golden Blue Echo, and here comes Golden Blue Echo with a big run, and it is going to be a tremendous finish. They have it exactly 25 feet to go. It's a neck and neck duel. Golden Blue Echo. Now Release the Beast wins from Golden Blue Echo. But there it was, Release the Beast. It was Stormboard at one stage, looks all over bar, shouting, but Release the Beast came with a devastated piece of gallop, and when did so, that golden blue echo was really circling runners. He was really coming with a late flourish, but at the end, when it matters most, Release the Beast was quickening up magnificently, and at the end, it was Release the Beast.
Yes, indeed, it's a sweet victory. The Beast is the Beast. So going 5 furlongs, you know, it's all one wrap, you know. Yeah, man, I know it's Release the Beast. I'm seeing so far. I thank all the fans that came out. The place is Ram Jam, and all the sponsors, man. It's been great so far.
All right.
Air Services generally is a good corporate citizen, you know, and Air Services generally is willing to involve in anything that is community development and supports the community. So there was no reluctance towards.
Yeah, we're back with you. Remember, you tune in to Inside the Track, and I want to tell you about some of the plans again of this racing committee. They're encouraging persons to have the horses microchip. Those who may not have done so as yet, you know the value, you know the importance of it, and you need to get a vet, a registered vet, to do so. It's important that it is in compliance with the ISO chip that contains 18 digits. So make sure that you have that in mind when you have your horse's microchip. Inside the Track, good afternoon. Caller, good afternoon, you live. Yeah, Sanko is here with us. Sanko, big on racing. So we're going to hear from Sanko. Sanko, tell us a bit about this racing committee trying to push racing forward, not taking away anything from the racing authority, but it is just trying to be like take the lead. But we have a call on the line. Yeah, just trying to take the lead, and you're an integral part. Tell us a little bit. Oh, we have a caller. Let's take this one, and then we get to that. Caller, good night. You live. Good night. You're inside the
Good
truck.
night.
Good night. You want to contribute to the program?
Yes.
All right, go right ahead for me, please.
Huh?
Go right ahead.
Yes.
What contribution you want to make? You want to bring out your horse?
Yeah.
So what is stopping you from bringing out your horse?
Huh?
What is stopping you from bringing out your horse?
Huh?
What is stopping you from bringing out your horse?
Nothing.
Alright, when you get your act together, you can call us. Remember, the numbers at the bottom right of your screen. And this is a serious program. We're looking to push the development of the sport, not for idle talk. So if you know that you're not serious and you're not serious about making a positive contribution, you can flick to another channel, please. No disrespect. Caller, good afternoon, your life.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, how are you doing?
I'm good. I don't watch the program, but I want to know, why did you make some songs or something for the supporters?
Alright.
Hello?
Mr. Passport will respond to you.
Yeah, we need some songs because I remember we come in and support.
Yeah, but this is work in progress. I don't think that this track, Mr. Passad track, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is like most of the older track many years ago. I think your track is just about a year or two old.
We completed a year
Right.
last week.
Completed a year last week. So it's work in progress. And we want to thank you for your support. We know that your support will go far. We want to encourage you to come. But you rest assured that Mr. Passad has vision, and he is looking at all of these things to make patrons comfortable.
Yeah, so like that very well because you gotta be in the sun only.
Yeah.
So we need some stands or something there.
That's in the pipeline.
Right?
Yes.
You can't be in the sun only and enjoy the race.
Yes, you can. You know, you will keep walking and reaching different friends and sip a beer, and you know it's.
I'm not really telling them girls and whatever, you know, so we still have to get the little stand or something.
I agree with you, but I'm just giving you a plus, you know.
Right?
Alright, have a good one. Thanks for coming, Sanko.
Yeah, first let me say good night to the operating staff here. In the studio here, Mr. Ryson Jakes and Mr. Nan Basad, the man who is the sole owner of Sky Plus Sprint Classic. Looking at looking at the importance of the development of horse racing in Guyana, I do believe that it's far too long now for us to go back into the old system. We are living in a modernized world and we need to get our act together. By doing so, I think that I have seen some changes. I have noticed that there is microchip in progress. I have absolutely no problem with the microchipping because it will enable the classifiers, it will enable the thoroughbreds, it will enable the promoters to acknowledge who is who, because we have gone through the system without microchipping and we have been losing out all the while. Some horses' name has been changed overnight, automatically. Changes without notifying the relevant racing authority. Having microchip in process now, I think that issue should have been solved now, right?
We also speak a short while ago about record keeping.
Oh.
And having the necessary software.
Yeah, right. In keeping with the records, that's a very good idea because I can remember vividly a few months ago, someone asked, or someone was telling me that the fastest 5 furlong race that run in Guyana was Veracruz. And I said no. I said from the time that I was around horse racing, it is totally impossible for Veracruz to be the fastest, having the fastest 5 furlong records in Guyana.
Hold that thought for me, Sanko. Call is on the line. Call good night, you live. Call good night. Hello? Yes, Sanko.
Yeah, the horse that I knew with the fastest 5 furlong records from then to now, and I challenge anybody to bring a record faster than that, is a horse named Entry Badge. I had just born in that time. I was about a year old.
So how do you remember that?
Because of records reading.
Definitely.
Right?
We have a caller, Sanko. Caller, good night, you live.
Good night.
Good night to you, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Can I tell you about Cream City?
Can you?
Yes, Cream City. Well, the first house of the school.
Alright. You could call us back a little later on. I'm not hearing you too clearly at all.
Yeah, Entry Badge. Victory did 5 furlong in 59 seconds. That was in 1958. In 1959, Entry Badge did 5 in 58 seconds flat. And trust me, the man who wrote Entry Badge with that record is the late Daniel Gray, right from the Alnis village here.
Caller, good afternoon, you're live.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, you're tuned to Inside the Track. How can we help?
Huh?
Good afternoon, you're Inside the Track. How can we help you? Yeah, I want to advise, in fact, I want to encourage parents just to keep your children away from the phone if they're not going to make a meaningful contribution, or if you yourself is not going to make a meaningful contribution towards this program. As I said before, we need all hands on deck. This is a very important program as we try to foster a better standard in the local racing fraternity. We have another caller. Caller, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Wow. Yes, Uncle.
Yeah. For the development of racing in Guyana, we have, as I said earlier, we have been on the backbench for too long. And when one can understand, one can remember, in the 70s, before the closure of Dublin Park, Guyana was the #1 horse racing nation in the Caribbean. All the rules, all the regulation was in place.
Hold that thought. I want to ask you why the slip. Hold that thought. Calling you live. Good night. Good night to you.
Good night.
You want to contribute to the program?
Yeah, man.
Go right ahead. What is your contribution?
Pardon me?
What is your contribution?
I like to have this zero.
Okay. All right, have a good one. Thanks for calling. Sanko, yeah, you're talking about the slippage. You said we were number one. The number one racing committee, authority in the region. And then now we down the pecking order. Well, what has really caused that?
Number one, because the legislation is not in existence anymore. We were in those days, Guyana Racing Authority used to be in collaboration with the Jockey Club rule of Trinidad and Tobago. Those rules were combined rule. Horses could have come from all the way from England, by Trinidad, Jamaica, Berbice, and race in Guyana and go back. Now, because there is no legislation in force, if a horse leave those shore and come here, they cannot go back. So basically, if the legislation, the only way we could get this development again, we have to work for the legislation to pass.
Point taken, Sanko. I want to bring in Mr. Passad on this. Mr. Passad, Sanko is speaking about legislation. But earlier, I want to take you back to what you said. You said we need to work with the horse racing community. Horse owners, trainers, jockey, everybody need to work together. Is this one of the main pillars that is really keeping us from progressing to another level in racing? Is there some division? Or?
Yes, Margaret. The legislation is important. You know that every house have a rule, every workplace have a rule, and every ministry or every organization, agency have rules. In horse racing, we don't have a rules. If we do talk about rules, we normally would talk about something old, outdated, and sometimes we use part of it, and then we use part of our own to modify our own, sitting together and see what. But you know, it's important because without the rules, you can't talk to somebody and tell them what is the rules. You can't find a person. There are so much things you tied up yourself because it's like a volunteer type of stuff. So the rules are so important because with our rules, you can distribute them to all the horse owner, trainer, jockey, and they know that, you know what happened? If we are not there 1:30 for the first race to start, we fine could be 20% of entrance fee or $100,000 or $20,000 whatsoever. Something are there for you to look at and say, no, I don't want to be in this position. You can get in a position where your horse will be suspended not to race for a 6 month or a season. All these things. So rules, you can't run anything without rules.
You have a caller. Caller, good night. You're live from inside the track. Good night. You want to contribute in the program?
Only ticket.
Ticket. $1,000.
Guided dollar.
$1,000 guided dollars. Yeah, remember you tuned to Inside the Track. We're live. This is the first in a series of programs which will be aired every Thursday as we seek to foster the development of horse racing in Ghana. Caller, you live. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Good night. You want to contribute to Inside the Track?
Yes.
All right. What is your contribution?
I get a low class without cohorses.
You want low class race for horses?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you, there is no cow will be there. There will only be spectators and horse. So I don't know how the cow horse is going to be fits in. Because if you get cow horse, you have to get cow.
I think I would have village out there. So you know, I make cow horse with cow.
Well, I say we got to carry some cow too, because how the horse is going to work without the cow.
All right, point taken. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, you know, it's good to know that people are thinking and seeing ways and means how they can get involved. We know the term cow horses, right? We know what he he's trying to see. But then again, you know, get yourself in order, get some structure, get some discipline, get somebody you can talk to, and then you can form yourself in a little committee. Then you can approach the different racing tracks and so on and say, look, we could mobilize 7 horses for what he call like a co-horse race, and all of these things could be done. Call good night, you live.
Good night, buddy.
Good night, how you doing?
Hey, buddy. I talk about race, right, buddy? Simple little by my 5 years now, but race, man. And you know, I need accommodation for people to race, you know, man.
No accommodation?
No accommodation for people to race, you know.
You talking about all the tracks?
All the tracks in this country, you know, people must race. People must sit up on stand and see how race start and how he ends.
Okay.
Right through how the horse must run. You know, we been a fair hard, buddy. We are serious. You know what the man run race there? The man gets the start and nothing in front of the start.
Okay.
You can see how he starts and how he ends right through. And the man gets 2 tracks there.
Okay.
Get a grass track and they get a sand track.
Good. So in other words, you say we got a far way to go.
Yeah, buddy. No sense I would pay so much money. I'm not serious, man. Look, I have got till a rising sun. I paid $59 to go till there. So now I pay $2,000 to go east. Right? It don't make sense, man. I really love this sport, right? I was support this sport. Look, I have got non-facade Sunday coming. I'm not seeing you get the hand start far away from you. You want to see where, how he starts or how he ends.
I understand.
How the hearts are fighting one another.
I understand.
The position is there, buddy.
I understand. This is why we're doing this program here, and it will be a regular feature, so we can get feedback, and then we will document everything and take it from there.
That's not all. I have to start race 1:30. Race start something till 3 o'clock.
No, I don't agree with you. You may be 2:15, the latest, the recent. I mean, for the past years, but for the past year, I've seen horse race done start very early. A little bit late on the schedule, but very late.
So people get passage to go home.
So we see some improvement.
Yeah, Carlo, you made a valid point there. I like the point. I like the question. You know why? And I keep saying this. Horse owners, it's not the fault of the promoters, you know. It's the fault of the horse owners, the trainers and the grooms. Now, I being a commentator, 45 minutes before the first event, horses have to be in the division paddock. Then from then on, 15 minutes before the race, horses have to be in the parade ring, have to be saddled, and so forth, so that we could run out the first event on record time. But instead of that, some of the, I'm not saying all, some of the connections for horses, the trainer or the groom, maybe the groom, they pay a deaf ears to the commentator, they pay a deaf ears to the clerk of paddock. And that is why I'm saying this here tonight. I'm glad you raised the question. Yeah. I think the clerk of paddock and the steward of the meeting has to be more serious, and the penalties must have to be enforced for us to get it right.
Here. Are you right?
Yeah.
Here. You know, they had a run race, buddy. When a race come out to run, the another race already has done saddle.
Yeah.
Wait in another race.
Yeah, so they will say we need better structure.
You would agree with me that
we need better structure.
On several occasions, not for the arts, so there's pulling out, trainers going arts, pulling out, you calling and them calling.
Again, it boils down to discipline, and it boils down to having the rules in place. And
the rules have to be. We have to use rules.
All right, let's give another caller the opportunity. As Mr. Prasad, you can elaborate. You said the rules need to be.
We have to have rules, moderator. You know, if we don't have rules, we can't really put some penalty, or we can't get serious.
With these people,
and people capitalize on it because they have
dimensions of the wedding.
Yes, Sample want to elaborate.
Yeah. Let's come back to the improvement of the horse racing. Now, young Jumbo Jet, he single-handedly decided to take on most of the responsibility, or some of the responsibility. I'm not saying that he's going to dictate to the promote racing in Guyana. No. I asked him on several occasions, and he laid out his plan, the reason why he wanted this horse racing to go a step further is because of the involvement in the sports. Horse racing is the king of sports, and by doing so now, he needs people by his side also to assist him. Yeah. It's not a one-sided show, right? It's not a one-sided show.
It's important. He is ready, willing, and open to work
with anybody,
racing authority, and all
right involved. That's right. So we must give him some credit, man. Come on. And then again, look at Jumbo Jet. He's been pouring the finance into the horse racing phenomenon today, because had not been for the prize money, I think a lot of them may have dropped out already. So he's keeping it going, so that to present a racehorse for a race is not an easy task. It's money you're talking about.
I have another caller. Caller, good night to you live.
Hello, Zanko. Good night. Good night to you, brothers here.
Good night. Good night.
And this is a typical question, right? I'm not talking about Nampasad race track, right? Let's talking about like Pope Moran, Rising Sun, and Bushlock here in Coruscant, right? So every meeting they have a big race, right? And the big race that they got a couple weeks ago, Sanko was talking about with Mr. Cropper's board and there. That with the week. Can make a specific wish you carry with one week.
Yeah.
But in a big race, every big meeting that we have a big race, and they had a female horse like New York. The colt carries 126 and the female carries 123. So we think every meeting that we got here, do that.
Okay. Again, it boils down to what we're saying about keeping records. So as long as you keep your records, you know where you're heading with specific horses, right? And then you would like to see the weights being posted ahead of time.
Exactly.
I understand that too.
Yeah, but you see like New York, like the Kentucky Derby, the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah, but then when you don't have we have systems in place. We can't run away from that. We have a local body dealing with racing, but at the same time, to have persons abide by the rules, or have somebody on race day to institute, right, these penalties, or see that these rules are being followed, that is proving difficult, and that is one of the stumbling blocks we have in the local racing.
You guys impose that, you know, but most of the horses that come from, most of the horses that run the big race come from overseas.
Yes.
Right?
10%
most of them. You might get 1, 2 in Guyana, you go in the big race here.
I follow.
You put that in the top, that the next week, like we got the quick Baskin Day, we have a big race at Bushlock, right?
Yeah.
Suppose that there that big light start from one of those tracks. Then we carry it back over the river on December 31st. Let's impose that. Try to see how it would work.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for coming through. We got some race dates, but more so, Mr. Passad has his race. Mr. Passad, before we wrap up, tell persons how many races you have on card, how much prize money will be up for grabs on that day. I know it's a total family event. I want people to really like suck in what you're really doing and appreciate what you're doing for racing again. So
okay, well, the Sunday race meet will be 7 races carded for that day, and the prize it's $3.5 million, and the races them again, as I said, they are about 5 of them. They are full to the max, and so it's all expected to be exciting day event. What we would like the horse owner, trainer to do is that we have a race committee WhatsApp, and I would like, and the committee would like every person, and even people who can give a good contribution, ideas to racing, to get onto the app. And so that app, you can really enter your horse, you can look at the classification and see if there's any issue of your horse or any person, or ask question, and we solve this problem, and not to solve when you're ready to enter a horse or on race day. because the apps have maybe about 70, 80 people on it. There are people in New York in the app, and they are local, and it's doing fine. It's helping to solve some of these problems that horse owner would want to find out. They send a message. There are more than 5-6 person look through and give you back the feedback, and it's all done on our own convenient time too. Because you can send message on your own time, a person can respond on their own time, and you know, this is a technology age, and there is nothing hard about doing things these days. Everything is simple. You know, you can go to WhatsApp and enter your house. You can use a phone and transfer your money from your phone to the person's phone, and the person get paid for the entry. So it's not about coming from Georgetown or coming from Albion to 36th Village or Bushtat. There's nothing like that. Those days are past, and we have to adapt technology so that we can move everything in Guyana. Well, here more so race. Because think about if we can use simple technology that's available in our handpiece, we can get everything perfect. We can achieve 100% without no cost. You don't have to use a vehicle to come to do all these things. All those are past. You get credit card, you get WhatsApp, you could use it.
Just call and then sample, you will leave it up on that. Call, good night, you're live. Good night, you're tuned to Inside the Track. Hello? We can't hear you. Sample,
Mr. Passad, this is this will make you a year since you have established the Sprint Classic Track at number 36.
Last week is it?
Make a year. Well, of course, based on the information that I've received and what I've seen, is that you're making good
headway.
Headway. Got this in nice racing. And I received a few calls yesterday and even on this morning. But you know for a fact that Christmas is right around the corner. Some of the horse owners, some of the interested horse racing enthusiasts also were asking if you're having any special incentive or any special offer to close off
when
the year 2017. Are there any special offer?
No, what we do, was yesterday we have a meeting with every person who will be working, and we speak to the bar owner who's going to take care to ensure that all the beers are very cold and you have enough chicken. So that's a special treat. It's about a party on Sunday, as I said earlier. So yes.
What about
Colin, good night. Good night. Somebody just have a lot of idle time. We're gonna go to another race, and then we come back. We're gonna wrap up. I mean, this is a king of sport, and people don't want to see us just on TV. Or
exactly. You got to show some clips. You got to show some clips.
Here is the feature event of the 2017 Guyana Cup. That was a classic.
Start going, number 1, Princess She's Not, written by Nicholas Patrick, 123 pounds. Horse number 2, Lady Budapest, written by Widra Paul, 108 pounds. Number 3, Jack in My Style, written by Padmore, 111 pounds. Horse number 4, Paris Finally, written by C. Ross, 123 pounds. Horse number 5, It's My Choice, written by Richmond, 111 pounds. Horse number 6, Brave Sky, written by Ardra Paul, 111 pounds. Number 7, Just Call Me Boss, N. Muhammad Up, 116 pounds. Number 8, Midas Day, written by P. Delp, 108 pounds. Number 9, Golden Blue Echo, written by Julius, 111 pounds. Number 10, Settling Star, written by Blake, 108 pounds. Number 12, Climate Change, written by Nascimento, 108 pounds. Those are the starters, weights, and jockey for the feature event on today's card. Yes, the starter, let them go. 2017 Guyana Cup horse race meeting here at the Rising Sun Club. They will be passing the stand twice, and as they are about to level up, let's see who wanted to control the running. Passing the stands for the first time, it's Call Me Boss on the inside. It's Call Me Boss who leads. Princess She's Not tucked in at the center of the course. Now it's Princess She's Not. It's Princess She's Not who goes to the forefront of the field. Vegas finally is giving chase in second. Back of them comes Just Call Me Boss. Behind Just Call Me Boss it's My Turn. As they are now going around the first turn. And it is still, it's Princess She's Not out in front from Vegas finally. It's Princess She's Not to lead. Vegas finally is giving chase in second. Up the backstretch they go, and it is going to be a very good event. And now they're angling away from the 4-pole, and it is still Princess She's Not. It's Princess She's Not. And then comes Just Call Me Boss is racing in third, away from the 2. And it is now Vegas finally. It's Vegas finally. Princess She's Not. It's Just Call Me Boss is also coming through. They are straight up for home, and Vegas finally showing tremendous deterioration. They're having exactly 150 to go. Neck and neck, stride to stride. Vegas family, Just Call Me Boss. Call Me Boss is coming. Vegas family is all in. Vegas finally wins from Call Me Boss. My goodness gracious, what a way to witness the 11th running of the Guyana Cup here at the Rising Sun. Ladies and gentlemen, you have got your money's worth. Vegas finally has prevailed for the Jumbo Jet Racing Stable in convincing fashion. It was absolutely a fantastic piece of jockeymanship by Jockey C. Ross. He was always buying in time in second, and when it matters most, inside the final 200 meters or thereabout, he came with a renewed effort, and at that stage, he was going all over like a winner. And at the end, when Ross asked him to quicken, he did that magnificently before this huge crowd. Put your hands together and give the boy a round of applause.
I told you before, and I'm telling you now again, I had it in the bag all along. I told you before that I got...
Yeah, that was really a classic.
Yeah,
and on that note, gentlemen, your final words, and then we wrap up quickly.
Well, thanks again to Junior. As I said, go and get it, Junior. Everybody is behind you. And whatsoever you start today will be a great for Guyana racing, and it's everything that we do, it's really needed because we are really a bit low and we really need to rise above what we are currently doing, and it's a good start for you. Thank you.
Well, of course, I'd just like to remind our horse racing fans that we are on the uprise now, and we need your support, we need your cooperation. As Mr. Assad has just mentioned, that I think it's a good way of resuscitating horse racing in Guyana. Junior has decided to take up the mantle, and he needs our support, right? Let's support him. Let's give him the support and see how he's going to shape up, right? That does not boycott him. Let's come to the point. Let's move shoulder to shoulder. Let's give him at least a first quarter and see how well he will shape up. I know you have the racing thing in mind. So of course, once a young man is such a young age, he needs some support from us as the elder over there. Not to forget that Mr. Nantasadi, the All-Go Grand Day on Sunday coming, bring along the entire family and come and support the grand sprint.
You will be there? You will be there?
Of course.
Okay.
All fellas, thanks so much. That's it for this edition of Inside the Track. We see you back here next Thursday, same time. Tell a friend. We will also be posting on Facebook some of the topics we'll be dealing with. You can check me out on Royce and Drake's production, RD production. You will see all what you need to know about racing. And also you can check out Junior Mohammed, Nazruddin Mohammed. He too will have some ideas. We'll interlink how we can improve inside the track, how we can improve horse racing again. But tune in same time next Thursday for another edition of our program.
Attention all horse racing fans, Sky Plus Inc. proudly presents its 5th Mega Sprint Classic Horse Race event on 10 December 2017 at the Sky Plus Racetrack, number 36 Village. Come witness top local and international horses compete for cash prizes and trophies in grand style. It's going to be a mega entertainment for the entire family with a wide variety of foods and drinks on sale, along with attractive games for the kids. Remember, it's all happening on 10th December 2017 at the Sky Plus Racetrack number 36 Village. Action starts at 1 p.m. Get your tickets at the gate. Music by the popular Spanish Eyes sound system. Make it special, make it count. Make Sky Plus your destination. Sponsored by 4R Bearings, Mikey's Trucking Service, Exotic Style Trucking Service, T. Jainarine Rice Farming of Yakasari Nerd, Gupta Engineering, Anirudh Ramacharitar's Construction Service, Abdul Latif, and Stag, a man's beer.